Wheel control is one of the most critical operations of the rig. The success or failure of the operation will depend on the decision that the rig supervisor will take. Wheel control complications are varied and numerous. If not handled properly by the rig supervisors, the result can be a disaster, leading to extensive loss of equipment, productivity, damage to environment, and even losses of life. As most of these problems can be simulated on ADC Wheel Control Training Simulator, this movie is an effort to explain the possible complications, to recognize the indications, and take the appropriate actions in a timely and efficient manner.
Welcome to the ADC Simulator, where we make the effort to simulate well-controlled situations which occur on the rig as realistically as possible. In the following few minutes, you will see an enactment of a well-controlled operation and the complications that might arise during this operation.
Hello, boss.
Hello, driller. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Hope you had a good rest.
Yeah, I'm excellent, in good shape.
Very good. So today we'll be drilling.
Okay.
And while drilling, these are the parameters you have to keep. Weight on bit will be 25 to 30,000 pounds.
Okay.
RPM 120.
Okay.
SPM will be 70. So before you start, driller, make sure all your lineup is okay.
Okay.
On the rig floor and also on the choke manifold. Send your assistant driller and
Right.
make sure the lineup is okay. Check your alarms, and we are entering the pay zone now.
Right.
So you have to be very careful.
Okay.
Make sure you set all your alarms.
Okay.
And if there is any drilling break, please make a flow check.
Okay.
And if it's flowing, then we
Sure.
will use the hard shut-in method.
Sure, sure.
Okay.
Okay. I will check the standpipe manifold for correct lineup. Both mud pump number 2 and mud pump number 1 should be lined up. Standpipe number 1, the valve is in open position if the spindle is extended out, and if the valve is in closed position, spindle will be inside. The valve going to standpipe number 2 is in closed position. This isolation valve in the middle is in open position. This isolation valve in the middle is in open position. Both of these valves are leading to standpipe number 1, which is also in open position. The line coming out from mud pump number 1 is in open position. So both of the mud pumps, mud pump number 2 and mud pump number 1, are lined up to standpipe number 1. All valves on auxiliary lines should be in closed position. Closed, 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 and closed. Now I am checking BOP remote panel. Accumulator pressure 3000 psi, air pressure 120 psi, manifold pressure 1500 psi, annular pressure 1500 psi. Green light indicates that annular in open position. Green light upper pipe ramps in open position. Green light blind ramps in open position. Red light kill line in closed position. Red light choke line in closed position. Green light lower pipe ram, which are master pipe ram, are in open position. So all BOPs are in open position. Both kill line and choke line are in closed position.
As we will be using the hard shut-in method, this is the way we are going to line up the choke manifold. This is the line coming from the BOP and into the block of the choke manifold. From the block of the choke manifold, on this side we have the remote choke which will be in the closed position, and on this side we have the manual choke, which is also in the closed position. The path the mud will take will be from the block through this open upstream valve, remote choke closed, valve downstream open, and out into the mud gas separator. From the block there is also the bypass line with two valves on this line, both of which are in closed position, which is connected to the buffer line, through which it goes to the flare line. This valve upstream of the manual choke is in closed position, the manual choke closed position, the valve downstream of the manual choke also in closed position, and this line also joins the buffer line. These are the gauges mounted on the choke manifold, one for drill pipe pressure and one for casing pressure.
To start the engines, press this button. To start the second engine, press this button. Put the mud pump 1 on, and before I go ahead to drill, I will take the slow circulation rate, bring the mud pump to 30 strokes, and I will read the pressure from remote choke panel. Slow circulation rate at 30 SPM, 650 psi. I will bring the pump to 40 strokes. I will read the pressure from remote choke panel. Slow circulation rate at 40 SPM, 1150 psi. After taking the slow circulation rate, I will bring the pump speed to 70 SPM, and then I will set the alarms. Now I will set Pitts loss and gain alarm. I will switch on mud volume totalizers. For the active system, put the power on. Press this knob to the left and turn lower adjust to the right until I see a red light. Similarly, press high set to the right and turn lower adjust to the left until I see a red light. Now I will set my flow line sensor for small increase or decrease in flow. So press this one to the left side and then rotate the lower adjust until I hear a alarm. Then press to the right side and rotate high adjust until I hear a alarm. So now you leave it on, make sure the alarm is in on position. I will lower the bit to bottom, and once the Kelly drive bushings are sitting inside rotary table, then I will start the rotary. Okay, I'll continue to lower down until I take to bottom. I got a drilling brake, stop the rotary, disengage the rotary clutch, and now I am picking up. Now I will shut the valve in. And open the choke. Valve is shut in. Tool pusher, come on rig floor. I have a kick.
Yes, driller, what happened?
Well, I made a flow check on drilling brake, and the well was flowing. So
Okay.
I shut it in with the upper pipe ramps,
Okay.
and I've got shut in drill pipe pressure 810 and
Okay.
shut in casing pressure 900.
What is
And
the
the
big
gain is
gain?
4 barrels.
4 barrels.
Yeah,
Okay, what is the MUSP?
1600 psi.
That's a very small kick. I think we can manage to kill it very easily. So I will do one thing. I will go just round, make a quick check and come back.
Okay.
In the meantime, you keep monitoring the pressures
Right.
to check for migration. Make sure that the pressure does not exceed the MUSP. But in any way, if it is going more than 200 psi than what it is now, please call me. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, the kill sheet is now ready. The MUSP is going to be 1690 psi. We will be pumping at 30 SPM, and the strokes to displace the string volume is 2326. The open hole volume is 1719 strokes. The total annulus volume or the bottoms up is 6513 strokes, and the total volume to kill the well is 8838 strokes. The kill mud we will use is 13.2 ppg, and we have the pressure schedule here, the pressure drop for every 100 strokes of kill mud pumped, and these are the graphs for this schedule. The stabilized pressure at 9 o'clock was 810 psi on the drill pipe and 900 psi on the casing. It stayed like that till 9:15, and after that we are seeing some gas migration, and the pressure at this time at 10:30 is 1000 psi on the drill pipe and 1100 on the casing. That means there has been an increase of about 200 psi. As we have had an increase of 200 psi due to gas migration, the first thing that we will do now is to bleed off this excess 200 psi to restore the bottom hole pressure to its original value. To reduce the drill pipe pressure by 200, we have to be looking at the casing pressure gauge, because there is a time delay of 1 second for every 1000 feet of the well depth. So now I am going to reduce the pressure on the casing side by about 100 psi, and then we will see a corresponding drop on the drill pipe gauge after a few seconds. The drill pipe pressure is now 850 psi. That is about 40 psi more than when we initially shut in the well. So we can now start killing the well. Driller, the kill mud is ready, so have the derrick man to line up the kill mud. We will be killing this well with 30 SPM using the weight and weight method. So I want you to increase the pump in stages, 5, 10, 15, all the way to 30 as I give you the signal. First of all, we will reset the stroke counter. Okay, driller, give me 5 strokes please. We will bring up the pump to the kill speed in stages, holding the casing pressure constant by opening the choke as necessary. Now that we have the pump rate up to speed, kill rate speed, we will now follow the schedule as we have calculated in the kill sheet. We have now pumped 213 strokes. We have a pressure of about 1400 psi, and we need to keep, as per the schedule, 1380 psi, which means we are 20 psi over balance, which means everything is going well. We have now pumped 904 strokes. The pressure is about 1200 psi. As per our graph, we should have 1160 psi. So we have now 40 psi over balance, which means still everything is okay. We have pumped now about 1700 strokes. On the drill pipe side, we have about 950 psi. As per our schedule, we should be having 915. So we are still over balanced by about 35 psi, which means everything is still okay. The casing pressure has been rising steadily as the gas expands as it comes up the hole. Since we have already pumped 2000 strokes, we do not worry about the MASP anymore, because the influx is already inside the casing. We have now pumped 2367 strokes, which means we have displaced the drill string with the kill mud. We are now at the final circulating pressure, which according to our calculation should be 716, and the gauge is showing 750, which means we are 35 psi over balance and everything is okay. We are now shut down the pump after pumping the string volume to check for pressures. The pressure on the drill pipe side is 0. That means the well is dead from the string side. Okay, driller, give me 5 strokes please. We will bring up the pump to the kill speed in stages, holding the casing pressure constant by opening the choke as necessary. Oh, the pressure seems to be going up on the casing side. The casing pressure has climbed up from 1100 to about 1400. That's 300 psi more than normal. The drill pipe pressure also has climbed up by about 300 psi. Okay, driller, put the pump off. Totally off. We noticed that first the casing pressure started to go up, and after some time the drill pipe pressure also started to go up. Looks like we are having a plug choke. So I asked the driller to shut down the pump immediately, and I closed the choke as well. Now the drill pipe pressure should have been 0 because we have already pumped the kill mud down the drill string, but it is showing about 300 psi, which means this is some trap pressure. So the next step would be to bleed off this trap pressure and repair the choke or change the choke. We have just repaired the remote choke, and we are going to start the kill operation again. We will again come back to kill rate speed by holding the casing pressure constant. Driller, 5 strokes please. Ten please. Okay, we are back to the killing operation. Drill pipe pressure is now at 750. Casing pressure still at 1100. Everything seems to be okay. Okay, I am seeing both the pressures coming down now. So I am closing the choke. In spite of my closing the choke, there is no reaction. Seems like there is a choke washout. Okay, driller, put off the pump. Since the choke is washed out, I have to close the HCR. Okay, we have repaired the remote choke now, and we're going to start the kill operation again. We will bring up this pump to speed holding the casing pressure constant. Driller, give me 5 strokes please. 15. We are back to kill pump rate, and the drill pipe pressure is showing 750 psi. Pressure is 750. Seems okay. Seems like the pump is down. Driller, the pump is off. Call the electrician and let's get it fixed again. Driller, since pump number 1 cannot be started, let's start with pump number 2. We have lined up standpipe number 2 with pump number 2, and we are going to start the kill operation again. We will bring the pump up to speed holding casing pressure constant. Driller, give me 5 please. 15. 30. We have now pumped 3,900 strokes. We are still holding the FCP about 800. Casing pressure is showing about 1000 psi. The drill pipe pressure has shot up suddenly. There is no change in the casing pressure. Seems like the bit nozzle is plugged. Driller, let's shut down the operation. Reduce by 5 strokes. Shutting down the well, keeping casing pressure constant. Okay, put it off completely, the pump. Driller, looks like the bit nozzle was plugged. The drill pipe pressure went up, but there was no change in the casing pressure. So there's not much we can do now. Let's bring the pump back up to speed, holding casing pressure constant, and whatever we see on the drill pipe will be our final circulating pressure now. Driller, give me 5 please. Give me 10. Give me 15. Give me 20. Give me 30. We are circulating at 1500 psi because of the plug nozzle. The gas is also coming to surface. We can hear the sound of the gas. The calculated bottoms up strokes was 4794 and we are now almost there with 4756. We can still hear the gas coming out, and as the gas comes out we can see the casing pressure has gone down. Drill pipe pressure is still at 1500 psi, so everything seems to be okay. The drill pipe pressure is still at 1500 psi and all the gas seems to be out. There is no more sound of gas coming. We have pumped 9225 strokes. Casing pressure is almost zero. The choke is fully open. Drill pipe pressure is still 1500 psi. It is now time to shut down and check if there is any pressures left in the well. Driller, we will start to shut down the killing operation now. So please reduce the pump strokes 5 by 5. Okay. 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 Put it off pump, please. We have pumped about 10,000 strokes now. Drill pipe pressure is showing 0. Casing pressure is also showing 0. It looks like the well is dead. We will now flow check through the choke manifold. The choke is now wide open and there is no more flow from the well. The well is dead. We will now open the BOPs and go back to drilling. Driller, great job. With all these complications, we managed to kill the well safely. Thank you very much.
I thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope that your understanding of well killing operation will become a bit clearer. I appreciate your continued safe and efficient performance, which will help Arabian Drilling Company to remain as the preferred drilling contractor due its continuous improvement and service quality delivery. Thank you very much and all the best.